Hey, this is the troublemaker, Shannon Levangie, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment.
We are wrestling with AEW Revolution 2022 preview. It's tomorrow, I believe, and there's a lot of matches to go off for. No, Scooter.
Oh, oh shit, that's right. Isn't this AEW's first pay-per-view on a Sunday?
Since WWE moved to Saturday, it should be. Actually, no. I feel like Double or Nothing was on a Sunday, or at
Honestly,
least
does
the
anybody
feud.
care? I mean, this is a huge fucking card.
Let's get up into it. We got the AHFO, Andrade El Idolo, Isaiah Cassidy and Matt Hardy versus Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara, and Sting in a tornado tag match. Scooter, have you had a conversation about Darby in a supermarket since we last spoke?
Oh, many. I just didn't have them with people. Um, but I'm interested to see how a horny fat ostrich does.
What?
AHFO, a horny fat ostrich.
Okay then. And that's what we'll go with.
Yeah, yeah, clearly, Sting, Sammy, Darby.
I didn't even realize that it was a question. Now we
I didn't
got
even
the
realize it was an answer.
huh?
I didn't even realize it was an answer.
But you just answered. Face of the Revolution ladder match. We got Keith Lee versus Orange Cassidy versus Powerhouse Hobbs versus Ricky Starks versus Warlow versus Christian Cage or Ethan Page. Who wins, Scooter?
Wow, another match in the saga of Pages versus Cages. Um, Honestly, I think this is a fucking pointless match.
Well, now we get a
Who?
title match at least. So,
Yeah, at the TNT title.
well, what they were gonna give it for the the
What?
AEW title?
Like, why would you book a huge what you're booking as a huge ladder match equivalent to something like Money in the Bank, and then make it for the secondary title. Because regardless, no one's gonna see the TNT Championship on the same level as the AEW World Championship. It's just not gonna happen. That's not how pro wrestling works. You get your primary title, your secondary title, and if the roster allows, a tertiary title. And based on AEW's roster, they can have a fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh singles championship and still not have enough titles, to cover the roster.
You get
That
a
being
title,
said,
and you get a title, and you get a title.
that being said, it depends on whether or not the dog collar match happens before this.
I feel like this would be the first match on the card. I feel like Darby Sting would be a pre-show match.
Well, they're Hook and QT Marshall and Layla Hirsch and Chris Statlander are the
Okay, so this is
preview
main.
show. It is main. Because if this happens before the dog collar match, Wardlow. Clearly Wardlow. Um, I mean, it's not going to be Keith Lee, but you know, if if it happens after the dog collar match, then it would. I would probably say Orange Cassidy because I think we're going to see the blow up of. I think we're going to finally see Wardlow go face.
I say Wardlow, no matter what happens. If I have, a mulligan, I'd say Keith Lee.
I mean, clearly, if Wardlow wins, he's gotta. He's clearly going to win the TNT Championship, and then we get a possible MJF Wardlow feud over the TNT title too. Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be for
You
the
know what?
title because
You know what?
that would be what MJF turns on Wardlow is when he has the championship match that he didn't give him, so he's sore about it, so he causes him the match.
You know what? I'm going to say Wardlow no matter what.
All right. Next match: Chris Jericho versus Eddie Kingston.
In lists of matches we never thought we'd see on a pay per view. Wow, talk about two polar opposites.
But I mean, if two guys could just go in there never having touched each other before, I feel like Eddie Kingston and Chris Jericho could do it and still have the best match of the night.
I think they could have a better match if this was, 10 years ago.
Well, I mean, Chris Jericho, he bulked up. Uh
He's got a dad bod.
he got rid of the bubbly body. So I mean,
Now he just has the bubble. Um, but I this is where I think we see the Briscoes. I think Santana and Ortiz uh, realign with Jericho, and the Briscoes make the save for Kingston.
interesting.
I'm gonna say Jericho.
I'm gonna go with Kingston because at some point Eddie needs to win uh, a big match.
Does he though?
I mean,
Eh,
not necessarily. Who needs to win the match more, Jericho or Kingston?
Neither. Honestly, neither man is at the point of their career where I think they want to be champion and lead a company. They're just enjoying this point in their career. So quite honestly, it's more about what comes out of this match more so than who wins.
And I feel like you know, and he absolutely doesn't need to win a match for people to get validation. I kind of feel like Eddie Kingston needs to win a match once in a while just to have people
Oh,
still,
yeah,
believe
yeah.
that he's a threat.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. I mean, Jericho isn't, but above saying, oh, you know, uh, Jericho isn't the type of person to say, oh, I refuse to do the job. Uh, yeah, you know what? You know what? Yeah, I'll go with Eddie.
All right, 240. I feel like I've changed your mind on a lot of these.
On second thought, I'll go with Creddy. No.
CM Punk
King
versus MJF. Good dog collar match.
with the ghost of Roddy Piper locked in a shark cage. Um, yeah. For all you fucking marks who were like, "Oh, we're so proud of you, MJF." Yeah, you know what? Fuck you up, your stupid asses. Uh,
Wow.
um, I hate the fact that MJF quoted the usual suspects. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't appear. And he said he makes it the devil himself. My response to that tweet, no. That makes you Kaiser Sose. And via proxy, that makes you Kevin Spacey. And Kevin Spacey doesn't even want to be Kevin Spacey right now.
This is true.
Okay, diddle hands. Uh, that being said, God, Punk really wants to bleed a lot.
He doesn't, but I mean, he bled a little bit in the Eddie Kingston match, but
No, it's like Punk really wants to he wants to bleed buckets. He wants to bleed more in his first year with AEW than he did in his previous, entire career.
I feel like that's Daniel Bryan, considering the matches he's had so far in
I,
AEW.
I mean, looking at that friggin' at that Crimson Mask, you know, uh, from Dynamite. I mean, the the smart money is on Punk to finally, end this once and for all. I don't think so. I'm going with MJF.
I'm going with Smart Money, CM Punk.
But smart doesn't start with a C.
Uh,
Wouldn't that be S&M Punk?
John Moxley versus Bryan Danielson. Who wins?
Probably Daniel Garcia, and he leads in a bunch of people to, not align with Danielson or Moxley. Garcia, Moriarty. I don't know. I mean, it's clearly Moxley.
Is it though?
Uh, if Danielson is looking to form, this stable, there's got to be a reason for him to, you know, shake hands with Moxley after the match, and if Moxley losing, he's not exactly the one to do that.
But I feel like if Moxley loses to Bryan, uh, yeah, Bryan. It gives him more incentive to trust him and believe in him. That Bryan, he could trust Bryan to be a worthy. I don't want to say tag team partner, but a worthy partner for him to, you know,
I I honestly don't think we're actually going to see that actually happen. I think I think Danielson wins, and then Danielson goes off on Moxley because because he chose the team with CM Punk.
I mean, that was so long ago. Does anybody remember that he teamed with Punk?
AVNF, a vegan never forgets.
Do you come up with these acronyms on the fly, or do you actually
Yep.
think about them?
Oh, on the fly. Please, you think I'm like, oh. You think I was like waiting for weeks going, horny fat ostrich? That's a good joke!
Yes.
No, no, it's not. It's fucking terrible.
Quickly, acronym on the fly.
For what though? I need like,
I don't
uh,
know.
um,
Anything that has to do with AEW.
mm, CKFBS. Tony Khan filing bankruptcy soon.
Alright, there you go. Alright, let's make this cut and dry. Who wins? Brian or Moxley?
Danielson.
I agree, Danielson. AEW TBS Championship. Jade Cargill versus Tay Conti.
Oh, the bitch wins.
Well, whoever wins, Sammy Guevara wins. AEW Tag Team Championship match. We got Jurassic Express versus Reed Dragon versus the Young
Right,
Bucks.
Red Dragon. It's Red Dragon.
No, it's Reed Dragon. There would be an extra R if it was Red Dragon.
Except Excalibur, Shivani, and Raw are calling them Red Dragon.
Well, they're dumbasses.
They're calling them basically Red Dragon.
It's Reed Dragon. And they even capitalized the
I,
DR so you know it's Dragon Reed.
it's Reed Dr. Agon. Uh, I'm gonna be re-dragging you around the parking lot. Dragging these nuts. Oh yeah, and the Young Bucks. I guess they need that jumping off point for Fish, O'Reilly, and Cole against the Bucks and Kenny.
Possibly White
Um,
if Kenny doesn't come back in time.
yeah, possibly yes, but and, yeah, I see. I clearly Fish and O'Reilly and the Bucks end up, not getting along, and Jurassic Express take advantage of that and retain. I'm going with Jurassic Express.
I'm going with Reed Dragon because my brain will not allow me to go for Jurassic Express. Alright, AEW Women's Championship match. Britt Baker, DMD, versus Thunder Rosa. Now, before we get into this,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
probably would have said Thunder Rosa. You know, cut and dry, simple. It
Mm.
makes sense. To be,
However,
however, she has a legitimate leg injury right now going into this match. Um, and that might be the only thing preventing her from taking that title from Dr. Britt Baker. What are your thoughts, Scooter?
now AEW sources have vehemently denied that Rosa was injured during the match. While Rosa did have her left leg wrapped going into the match, uh, they are adamant that Rosa did not suffer an injury. Uh, I'm thinking this is going to go ahead as planned, or Rose is going to get taken out before the match even happens.
Well, I feel
And
like they would have pulled the match if they wasn't going to do it. I mean, this isn't WWE here.
well,
Um,
I think, I think, I think there's a contingency plan.
right. And I
And
think that
the question
contingency
is,
plan is if she can't go, the match is going to be dramatically short.
I think it's another opponent, and if it's
A
if it's
reckoning.
no, I was actually going to say Diana.
Hmm.
I mean, what a shock it would be, at least in terms of the hardcore wrestling fan base.
Who is the people that's going to buy this?
And we end up getting, women's champion versus women's champion from another company, which is something we have yet to see.
We
Um,
saw Peraza versus Roxy.
that doesn't count.
Fair enough.
That that does not count. Um, there's the possibility that does the match go to Mercedes, and that is just a clean, Baker defense, or is there yet another debut in the works?
I feel like the debuting women aren't as consistent as debuting men.
True, true. I mean, you know what? Watch the contingency be Trish Stratus.
Damn.
God. If the match happens as planned, Rosa.
Um, if Rosa is injured, then Baker. If Rosa isn't injured, then Rosa.
Covering all your bases there, are we?
I'm covering all my bases. And the main event, the last match, we got the AEW World Championship match. Hangman Adam Page versus Adam Cole Bay.
Wait, you forgot, uh, House of Black vs. Death Triangle?
I didn't see that on the card. At least on the card that I pulled up.
Yep, House of Black against Pac, Penta, and, oh my god, Eric Rowan.
Oh god.
Pac, Penta, and Eric Redbeard.
Okay then. And he's
Um,
not L0 anymore. He's Penta.
I didn't say his whole name. All I said was Penta.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Oh,
Penta Oscuro. Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's good. House of Black.
yep. That was easy.
Oh yeah, that's right. Rampage was live last night.
Was it? Huh. Well, it was recorded when I recorded it. So we got the Battle of the Atoms.
Adam.
Okay? And I also choose Adam.
Maybe it's Madam. Who knows?
This is where we will find out that Eva Marie is all elite.
Or damn it, who, or,
Eve Torres,
or is all Ellsworth?
else.
No. Uh, I predict Danhausen to interfere.
I mean, if Danhausen's interfering in anything, it's the ladder match.
Danny Nice, very evil ladder match.
Yes. The corset stairs
Ah!
to the corset ring.
I'm gonna go backstage and we're gonna eat some Oreos with the Ass Boys. Hey, Ass Boys! I'll meet you over at the Ass Ranch.
In all seriousness, what Adam wins?
Hangman.
Yeah. I I mean, will this be his biggest match to date? Considering what a clusterfuck the Daniel Bryan Danielson rivalry was.
Yep, and plus the fact that guess what? This is probably gonna be Cole's first and last title shot for a while.
Why is that?
Uh, maybe he gets a rematch. Uh, but then after this, guess what? Adam Cole has basically, you know, what did he leave the WWE for?
Britt Baker?
I'm sure must be some damn good poontang then. Yeah, but it's like, oh, Adam Cole is gonna be in a main event program. Yeah, okay, but he ain't winning.
Nope.
This is an environment where Adam Cole is on the low end of the totem pole.
Um, I mean, there's always the possibility that he wins the match.
If he wins, you know what? I will eat my own ass.
And you're
I will
gonna do
chop it
what?
off. I will chop it off, and I will smoke it. I will braise it. I will cook it into a stew, and I will chow down on that bad boy.
Alright. But, I mean, yeah, he won't be in the championship picture. I mean, there might be a TNT title match in his future, but
Oh
isn't
boy.
the story with the Bucks and Kenny maybe a little bit more interesting than the title run? I mean, we've seen him with the title for over a year in NXT.
It, that's not my point. He felt, he feels he's being, like, underused in the WWE, comes to AEW, and then ends up Okay, going right, into the main event within 6 months after his debut, but he's simply a stepping stone in title picture, because clearly we're headed towards the Bucks against Red Dragon,
Mm-hmm.
Red Wagon, Red Rider.
It's
You go,
Redragon, get it right.
yes, Brie Bella. And it's Cole is gonna be basically just like there's gonna be nothing left except for that feud,
Right.
and that and then when Kenny comes back, are we getting Kenny versus Jay versus Adam? I mean, is Jay White gonna bring in the Gorillas?
Well, White turned on the Gorillas in an Impact. It's a little convoluted at this point.
Alright, fine. He'll get Matt Cardona and Jordan Grace.
I think
Either
that
way, my point is Cole's a brat.
I I think that's enough previewing for now. We will conclude, and next week we'll have a full review of the PPV. Until then, if you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment, both on YouTube and Castbox. Join us this Wednesday as we interview the protagonist of Pro Wrestling, Kid Bandit. Um, you can follow the show on both Twitter and Instagram at Wrestling with E. Of course, this was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. And you can follow us individually as well. At JamesJ993. You can find Kaliko at I am Kaliko. And where can they find Scooter?
As always, find me on Twitter at Scooter Dust. Of course, the remix on YouTube, Professional Wrestling Alternate Commentary Sidecast, coming to you with nights 1 and 2 of WrestleMania. Maybe Stand to Deliver if I'm up. And of course, you can now find me as part of Colt Cabana's Twitch channel, playing Fall Guys, because Colt Cabana is now my friend on the on PlayStation.
Well, he did give you the name the American.
The American, yes, but he actually did literally accept my friend request, and now I can play with him anytime I want. Not really, though, that would be creepy. And of course, hello, as well on the Twitch channels of Medusa, Mia Yim, who somebody just gave me a subscription to. I have so many subscriptions and I don't know what to do with them. But more importantly, find me along with Rico Constantino Jr. and the rest of the Smoking Dragons clan, twitch.tv/Smoking Dragons. Whew.
For Kaliko Yachts and Scooter Dust, I'm James Shea, and this has been Wrestling with Entertainment.
Go Last Boys!
Hey guys, this is Brutal Bob Evans from Hangs with Bob Seminars and TheWrestleLife.com, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment, one of my favorite podcasts in the whole wide world.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.